Hey everybody, it is Garrett with Poetic Artifacts, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about archaeology, ritual, and religion, while also touching briefly on an idea that crossed my mind while I was reading it. So the summary of the whole book is that religion isn't really something that is explored as extensively in archaeology as it perhaps should be. And I think much of that has to do with the art of archaeology being more focused on materialism and interpreting things much more directly. Oftentimes there is also, especially in archaeological writing and research, speculation on the way things could have been. But a lot of the time with site exploration, you get a lot of more just like physical observation and documentation. Where are these certain items, these certain tools? What were their uses? There are some, statues of worship maybe. What were they intended to represent? And I would say one of the things that I also thought about while I was reading it was this idea of how religion may have functioned back then versus how it functions today. And one of the things that I kind of thought about was the idea that religion today functions on a very representational symbolism, and religion back then was focused more on literal practice and observation. And I think you see that in, sacrifice, in, the sort of the piling of different like animal bones. Like in the book, they reference the Drachenloch Caves in the Swiss Alps. And how those were kind of piled in like a specific, or organized in like a specific manner, to kind of sort of like maybe to represent bears, cave bears basically, but to represent the fear that the individuals felt in relation to the bears, and how powerful and strong that animal is. And I sort of, like I said, I sort of got this idea that today religion focuses more on a much more symbolic representation of things. So way back when, you would have used your senses, you would have felt like the blood, the sweat, the tears of some kind, Today we still have sound-based things like prayer, drumming, rhythm, songs. We also have sight, If you walk into a religious building, you'll definitely feel and see that atmosphere. The energy of the crowd, kinetic energy, how things are moving around and moving along. A lot of things nowadays are also text-based, textual, spoken, more geared towards an informed sense of like renewal. Whereas I think back then it was much more literal and direct. Like certain things were done within the context of religious practices in order to sort of bring people closer, but also have much more direct connection with like the deities that the religion or culture in question would have been worshipping and trying to understand. And that's just kind of the idea that I had from the book. I am still reading through it, but that's just kind of a thought that crossed my mind. And that'll do it for this video. Hope everything's going all right with everybody, and have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day.